Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. Okay, well, it's the day after Christmas and I'm working in my Christmas journal still. I've got some things I still want to get done. So, yesterday was my birthday too. So I'm just spending time in here today because, well, I didn't do any relaxing yesterday. How about you? So I'm just playing today. So I'm working in my Christmas journal, and I am on, oh, and it's, I always forget to get this out. It is, it's stuck there. The Collage Art Gluebook Vintage Christmas Edition by Margarete Miller. That's what I'm working on. And this is Xmas Collage. It's hashtag Xmas Collage 14. So this week we need holly leaves, nutcracker, cursive handwriting, a path or road. Oh, wow, I barely got that out. Something sticky, and the bonus is graph paper. So let's get this covered up. I pulled out this paper for today to put in here. And my book is getting, this is going to have to be the last year for this, I think. It's just getting really hard to manage, I think. I don't know. But we'll get this marked. It's getting to where it's always wrinkled over here. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, I grabbed a pen. Why did I grab a pen? Probably because I don't even see a pencil. Oh, there's a pencil, not where it belongs. So, I hope that you all had a very good Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. We did. We had a quiet one. We haven't celebrated with our kids yet. We did FaceTime with one set of our grandkids, and that was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was trying to find my marks. I couldn't find them. Loved watching them. They do where each child unwraps one and then they go to the next one. Anyway, it was fun watching the 2-year-old. She got it down and she knew when it was her turn, but then about 6 gifts in, she was like, I've had it. And she just started unwrapping. I was cracking up watching her. She was kind of getting sneaky about it. She'd sit there and she'd just kind of get scrunched down real far, and she'd unwrap. It was funny. I cracked up laughing watching her. She's like, enough of this. I don't know what's in these. It was fun watching them. It was kind of like being there with them. We thought about going down, but gas just wasn't so high. It's high where we live. I don't know about where you live, but I mean, I know it's high everywhere, but we got extra special high. It's not so high in their state, but it is in ours. But then we were just down there in November, and then go back down for the baby in about 2.5 months. So we decided it really wasn't a good idea. I want to make sure I got plenty to get down there for that baby. And they're coming here in about a week and a half, so I guess it's 2 weeks. And our other daughter, they only live a little over an hour away, but their husband likes to, he likes to just have them. So, our oldest daughter, her husband doesn't care. He says we're welcome anytime, so that's always nice to know. But our middle daughter, he's just wants the family. Whoa, I'm kind of confused on that one. What just happened there? So anyway, I hope that you guys all had a good one. We did. It was my mom and stepdad and my husband and I and my stepbrother. So we had a nice quiet day and a yummy meal. I told my mom, I said, you still got it. She's in her 80s. She cooked a brunch for after church Sunday. We had brunch, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. Why did my paper just do this? It was us, the ones I just mentioned, and my cousin came. So she cooked a yummy, yummy, yummy brunch. And then we had a 9 p.m. Easter, holy cow. A 9 p.m. candlelight service that night, and she cooked a whole nother meal. And she's like, I don't know, she's funny in her kitchen. It's her kitchen, and she'll finally let me in there to help get things on the table, but she cooks the meal. She'll let me bring a dish or two, but she cooks the meal. I'm like, Mom, at some point you're going to have to let me start helping. And she says, well, maybe at Christmas I'll just let you and your oldest daughter take over, and you can just take my kitchen and do it. It's like, we could take the kitchen and do it, but she can't be in there with us. That's funny. But anyway, she cooked that. It was delicious. A whole nother meal. It wasn't like leftovers from the brunch. It was a whole nother meal. And then cooked a huge meal for yesterday. I said, Mom, you still got it. Cooked 3 meals in 2 days. And it wasn't cold cuts or anything like that. It was meals. I was like, goodness, Mom. In her 80s, and she can still do all that. I said, you're Wonder Woman. She'll let you help with dishes, though. But she does them too. Golly gee, Mom. Okay, so let's see, holly leaves. This was part of my wrapping paper. So, but we need to, I need to get some of that out of there. I didn't do that. And guess what? We can use one of my gifts. Something I asked for was a new X-Acto knife, because I was having problems with my X-Acto knife. I don't know. I tried to change the blade, and I can't get it in there right. and it's driving me nuts, and I gave up on it. So this is one of my gifts. It's this cool little, oh maybe, it's this cool little kit. Look at this. Isn't it cool? It's got a grindstone. I don't know if you can, ouch. I sharpened the wrong ends. I don't know if you can sharpen them. I'm gonna have to look into it, but I'm gonna get my favorite kind here. It's got tweezers there too. But this was something I wanted. I found it in Amazon over the summer and showed it to my husband. And then I never ordered it because, well, you know. And he remembered it. Let's see how I tighten it up. The blade went in there really easy. I don't know what happened with my Fiskars one, but I was just having all kinds of trouble. And it wasn't, that went in there really easy. And I thought, this is really handy. So let's see how this baby works. It's not tight. That's not out of there either. There. It's very nice to hang on to. Like, I can get a really good, nice grip on it. Oh, I like it so far. It's going much better than my Fiskars was, which I've had my Fiskars for a very long time, so I don't know if it was just getting worn out, but I just couldn't get the blade. I don't know what was going on with it. It was driving me nuts. I had two of them. One I gave up and I threw in my drawer, and I never even got the blade in there. It was my little finger knife. I just threw it in the drawer. I never could get the blade in it, in that thing. This is very nice. I like it. I missed a few spots with it, but it's cutting very nicely, and I really like how it holds. I really like how you hold it. Well, I think my knife problems are over. Yay. Back before I had a electronic cutter, I would cut everything with my knife. I would print my titles. What was I just cutting? I was cutting that, wasn't I? It just, oh, it fell out what I was cutting. I would cut my titles for my scrapbook pages out mirrored on my printer, and then just cut them with my X-Acto knife. If you cut them from the back, then you don't see the lines from the printing, and so it's not as obvious if you don't get them perfect. And I was using my X-Acto knife about every day. But then I kind of got out of the habit when my arthritis got to hurting so bad. I got a new doctor. I think I'm really going to like him. He's from Mayo Clinic. He's coming down here like so many days a month. So that's pretty cool. Get this one out and then I'm through. That's pretty cool. That's not cut very good right there though. I didn't get it. My scissors quite right. Yay! Okay. I give a great big thumbs up for that knife. This is what it's called. I got it on Amazon. I love it. Now, I don't know if it'll go back in here. It will. It'll go back in with the blade on. That's something I was wondering, if I'd have to take the blade off every time. Okay. So, got my holly leaves. I saw that on my wrapping paper and I thought, hey, I know. I remembered seeing that one of my, I only saw the top one, because I always put my next, get my next one out and set it in there. And I remembered seeing holly leaves. Okay, my next one is a nutcracker. And I found this on, I don't know, free something images online. And I thought this one was pretty. Don't shoot me if you're a nutcracker lover, but I'm not really into nutcrackers. I don't really care for them. I never have. I'm not a hater of them, I just don't. They're not my thing. Okay, cursive writing. I went kind of a different way with this. And this is from, there I go, forgetting again. Free printables from, let me tell you for sure here. Trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's TLC, Free Printables. Oh, I'm on the wrong site. That's why I'm not finding it. I was on YouTube. Free printables for your junk journaling with TLC. So there is cursive writing there. And I thought that was beautiful. The next one is a path or a road, and this is also from the Free Printable site. And there is a path. And we got to put an eyelet in there. And then something sticky. I found this candy jar on that site, and that candy would be very sticky. And then graph paper. I have my favorite graph paper out of my my collage paper that I use. So somehow I gotta get this stuff to go in here, don't I? Let's get this one and get my get an eyelet in it, and we'll get all of this stuff on here. I'm kind of out of it today a little bit, I think. I didn't realize I was till I started trying to do this. And I realized I'm a little out of it. Okay, let's poke the hole here and then pick out an eyelet. this over here. I think a blue eyelet, if I've got the right color blue, would be nice. If not, maybe just a silver. I don't know if I got those where you can't see them, I'm sorry. I got lots of eyelets, but I don't have lots of colors. I don't have. I'd like to have a blue eyelet, that would be beautiful, but I don't, so let's go with a silver. I need to change the, let's see, what is that? That's A, so I need to change this one to 1. There we go. Okay. I think I printed everything a little bit too big. Okay, now figure out what we want to put. Oh, I've got some lace down here. Maybe I could just cut off some of this and we could put it in there. That. I forgot all about this lace and I saw it peeking out of my, I've got a basket, a metal basket down there, and I've got stuff in it, but I think I'm going to trim this to where it's just this right here. So I'm just going to do this. Some of the lace is trimmed like that. It's a big roll, and I got it at the thrift store, and there's like different parts of it. Like there's somebody was going through and starting it here, there, and everywhere. Well, maybe I'm sorry, I'm going to do it again because I'm going to cut it right here. I don't like that part after I did it. I hope I like it after I do this, because if I don't, I'm going to have to look for something else. I just saw it peeking out and I thought, hey, that'll work for that tag. I found out over the weekend, well, Friday, I heard in town at our thrift store, the one that I love to shop at that has been closed for months, is supposed to open around the 9th. They have been working on the outside. If you haven't heard me say about it, that they've been restoring it to how it was back in the early, I don't know if it was the early 1900s or I think it was the early 1900s. Anyway, they've been restoring it, and it is looking so pretty. They've been working on the outside and redoing the windows, and maybe I'll take a picture of the outside and share it with you once they get it all done. But they've been restoring it, and it's looking so pretty. The windows and the brickwork is beautiful. They've got it all done, and it's supposed to open around the 9th of January. So we're getting close. I'll start having hauls again. So, okay, now, I don't quite know. I don't want to cover up a lot of this. I just don't want to. I'm trying to figure out, okay, my owl. I've got this. And I've got my, oh boy, Okay, I guess it's not that much. Oh, well, I gotta get my holly leaf back here. My holly leaf, I think I'm just going to glue down, and what gets covered up, it gets covered up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue down my holly leaf. And it's just going to be in the background. I thought this was the prettiest wrapping paper. Oops. Okay, that way didn't work, so we're gonna go this way with it. I gotta wipe off up there. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'd have to add some glue along the way where I picked it up, and then it dried before I laid it back down. Okay, now, let's see. Should have, I'm going to round the corners of that. I should have printed it just a little bit smaller. Excuse me. Okay. I guess I hadn't inked that up. I thought I had. Okay. Printed him a little bit smaller. Something's got to get smaller here. Okay. Okay, let's see here, guys. We're going to print that nutcracker smaller. I think that would help. Do you think that would help? Because everything is just too big. Okay, so then, I'll use 10%. So then I think I want to put, let's rip, you know what I didn't do? Well, I can use the other side of this. It doesn't have to have. So then, if if I put that across, I don't know where that just came from. If I put this across here, kind of like that, yeah, let's do that. And right here, am I where you can see? Yeah, I am. Okay, so let's do that. I don't think that'll fit in my guillotine, so I'll have to get this one. So I'm going to trim it. That works. It needs a little, it's trimmed off just a little bit more, doesn't it? I wasn't sure if I marked it in the right place or not. A little bit more. I think it needs to be a little bit shorter too, because I don't want to up into the holly leaf. Yeah, that's good, and that holly leaf needs glued down some. Just notice that it's not glued down right over on this side. All right, now scraps over there, and ink this up. There we go. Okay, and we can glue this down. And I hope I guessed on the right size on that nutcracker, because I can't remember the size I did him before. I'm not having very good luck gluing today, am I? That's still peeling up over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got him much smaller. He won't take but a minute to cut out, because I just loosely cut him out. Although I think I'll need my littler scissors. So I'll just loosely cut him out, and I think he'll look a lot better. I was thinking the nutcracker has to be tall, you know, but everything is just too close to the same size and taking up too much room. Oops. Good. My paper is really thick. I was using good paper because I wanted everything to look really pretty. All these beautiful things I was printing, I wanted them to look pretty for some reason today. Usually I just use my cheap paper, but I don't know, today I didn't want to. I'm feeling extra special today for some reason. Okay. This should work better now. It's inking up a little bit. Now, put the owl there. And put that there. Oh, and he fits real cute down there. Maybe I can put something underneath him. I don't know, maybe I don't need to. Now that disappears up there, so maybe we can put these two things here now. And I think we can. I think we can. Yeah, those two can go together right there now. That works really good. Oh, I like that much better. And then this can go up here with the holly leaf. Just kind of put that in with the holly leaf. Yeah, that works. Okay, I'll start putting things down and we got it. I think I like it like that, or maybe, no, maybe like that. Okay, we'll do it that way. To kind of turn that out a little bit. Pencils here. I'm going to take let's not stick it down very well. I think I'm going to take my blue pencil and I'm going to go like this. Marker, or not my marker, my water brush here, and just kind of put that in. Oops, that went higher than I meant for it to, but that's okay. Just run it a little bit. That gives it kind of a, maybe I should go all the way. It looks kind of silly stopping. It just kind of gives, because that way the jar and the nutcracker are not just hanging out there. They're kind of got something there on there. Okay, so I need to rub that off on something. So let's see. I've got my holly leaves, my nutcracker, my cursive handwriting, my path, my something sticky, and my graph paper. So let me stand up and I will show it all to you closer. Oops, that is not glued down there. I've got to get that. Hold it down. Oops, I think some glue's peeking out. Okay, here we go. There's that pretty village scene. Isn't that owl just amazing? I love it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a very, very blessed day. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.